Breaking news in Fort Bend County, where sheriff's deputies say it's possible a driver got lost in the fog and drove right into that lake. That's the divers in the water overnight, pulling the woman out of her car. First responders broke a window with a hammer and pulled her to safety just in time. Our reporter, Courtney Fisher, is live now on Kirkpatrick near Misty Way between Sugar Land and Missouri City. Courtney, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. The sun is coming up. Not much fog out here now, but overnight deputies believe it may have been fog that disoriented this woman, and that's why they say that she might have driven into the lake. Neighbors saw it, called 911. Deputies arrived in minutes. Listen.
They advise that they're trying to break the window right now.
So you hear that? That's pretty quick. They said they're trying to break the window right now, referring to the 3 deputies who were using a hammer to break the woman's driver's side window. They pulled her out of that window. She was unconscious, taken to the hospital. Later, dives teams went in to make sure that there was no one else in the car. There was not. The woman, she was saved. She's recovering right now in the hospital, still in critical condition. For now, reporting live from Fort Bend County, Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
I'm Jeff Ealing at Minute Maid Park, where Major League Baseball confirms during the 2017 World Series season, the Houston Astros, the team cheated by using a camera in the outfield to steal opposing pitch signals, and then a trash can in the dugout would be hit to signal what pitch was coming up next. The manager and general manager both fired. Jeff Lunau released a statement saying that he is not a cheater. A.J. Hinch saying he's sorry, admitting he didn't start the cheating scheme, but says he failed to stop it. Meanwhile, ABC 13 viewers are weighing in. Karen writes, cheaters never win. Remember when the Astros slogan was, "We are the good guys"? What happened? Brett says the real shame of the whole thing is they probably didn't need to cheat to win. They have a good team, I think, and some likable players. Now we have to question everything. Meanwhile, Clarence writes they're overreacting by firing AJ and Jeff. They should have gotten rid of the trash cans instead. The managers now have to be replaced. Meanwhile, the Astros pitchers and catchers report to Florida for spring training coming up in February. Reporting live, Jeff Ealing, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, happening today, we expect to hear from the mother of a special needs student at George Ranch High School. This after a teacher was caught on camera yelling at her son, even flipping desks and chairs. The teacher then demanded the student pick them up. The video quickly went viral over the weekend after being shared by Houston rappers Trey the Truth and Slim Thug. Officials with Lamar Consolidated ISD tell us this happened in December of 2018 and that the teacher, who they identify as Regina Thurston, was reported to police and placed on leave before she quit in January.
This student never had a behavior problem before and has never had a behavior problem since he left the school district. It does not exist in any of his data, and nobody has more paperwork than a special needs child.
The family and their attorney are holding a news conference today at 11. The Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office says they are reviewing the case.
Give me the money. That's what that gunman said as he walked in and robbed a Metro PCS phone store on Imperial Valley Road in the Greenspoint area. This happened last Wednesday. The gunman pins one of the women against the wall and forces the other woman to put money in a bag. Then he runs out. Police are hoping you can help identify him. There's a big reward at Crime Stoppers. Well, this Sunday, you may spot a runner carrying an American flag during the entire Chevron Houston Marathon. He donates every flag from every race he runs to veterans or the families of fallen soldiers. This morning, the story behind the honor flag and the special Texas soldier he's running for on Sunday.
When I carry Old Glory on the runs, there's people that'll say, thank you, I appreciate it. There's some that will stop and salute until I pass by. Honor Flag Runner is a name that I've given what I do. Carrying Old Glory is an opportunity to say thank you. It's about who is receiving it, not who's running it. It's my honor to run. I believe the count is approximately 60 flags have been issued. In some cases, I might present the flag at the finish line. The most memorable event was a 72-hour run here in Cat Spring, Texas. For each 24-hour period, it was a different flag for a different Gold Star mom that I've met personally. Today, we're honoring Master Sergeant Skip Ramsey. And he is a veteran of the Army National Guard, where he was deployed to Vietnam. Today he's going to get the welcome home. Today he's going to get the pat on the back. He's going to get the salute he deserves. And I'm looking forward to visualizing what his reaction would be at 26.2. I use every opportunity to tell the story of who's being honored. I write the name, the date, and the event, branch of service or rank, the white part of the flag between the grommets, so that when I'm in the middle of a run, I can point to that and say, today we're honoring, and then I'll tell the story that I know. I will argue, when people say that must slow you down, I'll argue with them and say, but the encouragement lifts me up.
Sunday, Skip will be there at the finish line, ready to take the flag from Mike as he crosses. And today on Eyewitness News at 4, Mike shares his own family story and why he started running with the flag in the first place. And we are the exclusive television partner for the Chevron Houston Marathon. So join Gina Gaston and me Sunday morning at 6 a.m. We'll bring you the race live right into your home.
All right, a lot of fog, some slick roads out there. We've got Alita Laresca checking it all for us. Good morning.
That's right. Thankfully, by the time we get to the marathon, it does look like we're going to see some improvements. We're not anticipating any fog. That'll be for the weekend. We are looking at some widespread dense fog across the Lone Star State, also down along some of our coastal communities. A dense fog advisory in effect for all of southeast Texas until 10 o'clock, with the exception of our coastal communities, Galveston Bay, including Matagorda Bay, until noontime today, and you can see why. Fogcast is showing by 10 a.m. inland areas are going to see some improvements, but those of you along the coastline could be socked in through the majority of the afternoon. Then as we get into the overnight hours, here comes the return of some fog for your Wednesday. So already some early warning for you to get that alarm clock set a little bit earlier, because tomorrow morning we could be dealing with the fog. Today, we're mixing in the fog along with the wet weather. Showers and storms a possibility as a warm front continues to lift to the north. We are going to be stuck in the sticky and warm, moist zone of that warm front. But as it continues to drift north, our rain shower chances will be dropping as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Here's a look at future track. By Thursday, we've got a storm system developing out toward the west coast. This is going to be the front that helps blow out all of the clouds, the case of the drearies that our forecast has been having. We will see some wet weather playing out, I think, Friday and in the first half of your Saturday morning, and then most of that will be clearing out. We are looking at some cooler conditions as well with that stronger front on Saturday. That's going to help drop temperature readings in time for the marathon into the 40s, with afternoon highs in the 60s. Still a very active weather pattern for next week, but you will notice instead of the 70s, we are going to be dealing with damp and much cooler conditions for next week. Catherine.
And Alita, as we prepare for fog not only this morning, but also through the rest of our week, want to remind you about some safety tips for driving in fog. Make sure to use those low beam headlights and manually turn on your headlights, because if you use those automatic ones, they could kick off when the sun comes up, and you'll still want to have those on so others can see you. Make sure to reduce your speed and increase following distance. And yes, if you're in it for the long haul, maybe heading out on a road trip, turn off cruise control and minimize distractions. So in other words, put down that cell phone.
Put down the cell phone.
Yes.
Okay, that's all the time we have for the news this morning.
All right, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day.